Hi Scorpio, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you are doing well. This reading is for any sun, moon, or rising Scorpio. We'll take a look at the cards. We'll get a sense of the awareness or big ideas for the week. We'll look at guidance and possible outcomes. I'll choose a few oracle cards for additional information. So let's just go ahead and get started with your reading. Okay. Scorpio, Strength, Major Arcana. A lovely card. We see the woman here gently handling the lion. The lion is showing a lot of trust and passiveness, being passive, letting her lead. So with strength, there's a sense here of truly believing that you are capable of handling anything that comes your way. The obstacles, the adversity, the tough times, the good times, that you have courage in your heart, you have a big heart, and that's going to carry you through. There's a sense here of showing kindness and consideration versus using force or controlling someone or really trying to grab a hold of a matter. We show strength through being compassionate and vulnerable. That's true strength. So here we have a sense of really being able to negotiate situations through compromise, through, reaching out and fairness. So for this week, it's a big idea for you that whatever's coming your way, you have to believe that you are strong enough to handle whatever it is. And so with this sense of strength here, we have another major arcana card. We have Temperance. And the angel here is flowing the water from one cup to the other. It's the perfect mix. Nothing is spilling over. And so really, Temperance is the sense of integration. It is the balance of all of the elements, physical, spiritual, emotional, and finding the middle ground, not doing things in extreme, not tilting your life or your energies in one direction so that you can't recover. This is about you finding the right balance for yourself. If you're working on your spiritual self, devote time to do so. If you're working on improving your physical health or your mindset, then take the time to do so. Because Temperance, it's about going down the middle. It's about not flirting with the extremes, because the extremes will pull you off the progress that you're making. The other thing I would say about Temperance is, again, pay attention to the messages that you're feeling, your instinct, the guides, the spirit of sending guides, your angels. They are there. They are giving us messages all the time, and be mindful of them. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so Scorpio, the Star, Major Arcana. Another very strong message, again, of finding the balance between the physical self and the spiritual self, the emotional self. Without clothes here, open to all the things in life, being your authentic self, not feeling that you have to cover up. The Star is about trusting the stars, being inspired by the stars. We look to the stars for guidance when we feel lost. And so with the Star, the underlying message is to have faith that the universe is going to put you in the right direction, that everything is going to work out. You must have hope. You must have faith. You must believe. You may feel low, you may feel exhausted, you may feel torn up, but ultimately you have to get back to a place where you are trusting and open and where you are having your faith and believing in the outcome that God, divine source, the universe is going to take you where you need to go, that everything's going to be okay. You have these additional messages of finding the middle ground, of finding the right mix, the right balance in your life, and that you have the strength. And so here's the Ace of Wands, a gift or blessing from the universe. And this gift or blessing is telling you to go out there and make things happen for yourself. Nobody's going to do it for you. You need to take action. You need to take this club. You need to determine and to understand what your passions are. What is it you want to manifest? Is it a loving relationship? Is it a great career? Is it the opportunity to travel around the world? Only you know. And you know what's going to be the right mix for you emotionally, spiritually, physically. So take the knowledge, but make the plan and start to put the plan into play. You know, the Ace of Wands, it's take this club and go forth and create. What are you waiting for? Go and do it. And with the wands are Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, you know, the fire, the passion, the energy to go forth and to create and to build and to manifest exactly the life and what you want. So we have the Seven of Wands, and the Seven of Wands and your possible outcome. You may have to defend yourself, your ideas, your beliefs, or your actions. That people may get into conversation with you. They may get into a discussion with you where you are on the defense, where you're having to protect yourself. There could be a subtle message here to take the high ground, to not get into the back and forth that could have a negative energy. But this is a sense of support and stand up for what you believe in. Don't let people rain on your parade. Don't let people pull you down. You know, you have the strength to deal with whatever situation is coming your way. You're looking to maintain the equilibrium and the balance within your life. And most of all, you have to believe that everything's going to be okay. Doesn't mean everything's going to be smooth sailing or perfect. But if you have to defend your actions or your beliefs, then do so. And do so with confidence. And then we have the Five of Cups in reverse. So the Five of Cups in its upright position, it's about having a sense of loss, having a sense of regret, of disappointment. Something didn't work out the way that you had hoped, and it's lingering. It's almost like you're grieving for this lost aspect. If we turn this card upside down, we see that the cloaked figure is looking at what's spilled and doesn't see the two full cups behind, because it's so in the moment of the loss. In reverse, however, there's a sense here that you're moving past whatever it is that might have kept you in this feeling of that you've lost something, you're grieving for something, it didn't work out, that this situation is over. The time for healing is here, and you're now having the faith and the belief in the future, that you're pulling it together in terms of finding the right balance for yourself. And again, strength is to me, a very dominant card in this spread, which is you have the strength to handle whatever happens. The instances where you have to defend yourself this week. The times when you may have felt sad, but you are getting over it. You're letting it go. And that's really one of the first steps to healing. It's taking the pain or the suffering that you had and putting it into the lesson category where you learn something from it. So now let's choose an oracle card for meditation point or focus area for the week. Distant thunder. Clear the air. Distant thunder. And to me, I would interpret that as that, yes, there could be bumps in the road. Clear the air. Speak your mind. State your piece. But don't forget that you have the strength to handle whatever it is that's coming your way, and that you're going to be able to protect yourself, defend your ideas. You have personal power behind you with the Ace of Wands, and you have faith in what the future holds for you. Now let's see what the spirit or emotional self is going to share with us. Stand your ground. Standing your ground is an empowering, confidence-building action to take from time to time. Now is the moment when you need to stand your ground. You know you can do it, and you know that by doing so, you will be the victor. Standing your ground. So you're gonna, if you have to defend yourself, you will, and quite capably. And finally, let's choose an oracle card for love and see what the message is for love. Actions speak loudly. Express your love through your actions. I love this because it really is, people can talk a good game, but when you look at their actions, that really reveals everything. So let your actions speak loudly. Let them, let your love flow. Show your love. And again, love yourself as well. So Scorpio, this is what I have for you for the week. And I hope that you found something helpful here with this reading. If you did, then please subscribe if you haven't already. Like, share, or comment. I'd love to hear from you. And I'll see you next week for another reading. I hope you have a fantastic week. Take care.